Hello channel viewers, I am DS your psychologist and welcome to another episode on Channel NITT. Quite some time ago in episode 70, we discussed the ENTJ's inferior function Fi introverted feeling. Because of inferior Fi, the ENTJ is not very in touch with feelings, especially his or her own feelings. However, in another episode, I mentioned that while watching movies, I get touched very easily, and sometimes I may even tear. So during the time, there were some viewers who commented in our comment section in our videos that I cannot be an ENTJ because I am displaying feelings. First, this is a misconception. Secondly, I found an alternative explanation that is still consistent with the MBTI that I have. So why might ENTJs feel emotions while watching movies? And why do they cry when watching sad movies? Why do they feel happy when watching happy movies? Of course, it's a natural human emotion, right? But to explain this, definitely the link is Ni, introverted intuition. So we have sort of touched on this on our Ni episodes, but now I am going to give a label to this phenomenon, and that is suggestibility. So before we discuss further, let us talk about suggestibility. What is suggestibility? Suggestibility is the willingness to accept a hypothetical situation. So Ni as a function is very susceptible to suggestibility. Why? Because Ni is about imagination. If you have very strong Ni, then your imagination is bound to be very strong as well. So while you are listening to a movie or while you're listening to a song, you are accepting a hypothetical situation. You are listening to a story and you immerse yourself in it. So a willing person who is suggestible is going to immerse himself or herself in the situation that is being presented to him or her. Because Ni is about imagining, so of all the cognitive functions, the Ni is the most suggestible. If Ni is paired with Te, then the user is likely to explore all the different possibilities objectively. On the other hand, if Ni is paired with Fe, then the user is very likely to feel emotions in the hypothetical situation. So as an ENTJ, when I watch a movie, I think my dominant function Te goes to sleep. It goes on a screensaver mode. It is not activated. I totally use Ni to watch a movie. I immerse myself in the storyline. So very deliberate analysis of the movie happens only after the movie ends. However, this does not mean that Te is not activated during the movie watching. I will still look out for flaws in logic and obvious flaws for that matter. But generally, I don't care about the lack of logic at times because I understand that a movie is meant to entertain. So I immerse myself in it. So this means that when I watch a movie, Ni is paired with nothing. It's just working alone. So it is sometimes possible for me to tap on emotions instead. I think because I'm a very high Ni user, my suggestibility is very high. I am willing to immerse in the movie or in the song or in the situation so much that sometimes it becomes a little bit uncomfortable. Now what do I mean by that? Personally, in real life, I am really afraid of heights. So if I look down from maybe even the 4th level downwards, I can get scared. My legs will shake. Now if I watch a cartoon, and in this cartoon, there is a falling scene. So the cartoon character is going to fall from a high level. I can also find myself shaking. So in a way, the Ni is so strong that sometimes I also find it very uncomfortable to watch cartoons. So definitely I will not watch thriller movies because my Ni is so strong, I can get frightened or scared or as I anticipate what's going to happen later. So as a result, I avoid all thriller movies or horror movies. Talking about horror movies, I also avoid going to haunted houses. So commercially, there are some theme parks that are haunted house based, right? I will never engage in those kind of activities even though I know it's fake. Because why? I'm very suggestible. So Even though I know that it is fake, the people that are going to come out and scare you are real human beings, but because I engage NI, I immerse myself totally into it. So who knows, right? I may accidentally just hit a person because I am frightened the wits out of myself.
Never going to chalet ever. No.
So fellow NI users, especially NI dominant users, I would presume that you are actually going to be very suggestible, especially when you are a willing party in it. So research has found that if you are a willing party, you are more likely to be hypnotized easily. So we have heard of this process of hypnosis, where maybe the hypnotist suspends a pendulum in front of you. As you watch this pendulum, you start to obey or follow the instructions suggested in the hypnosis process. In actual fact, you have to accept this suggestion in order for you to be hypnotized. So I presume that many NI users might get hypnotized more easily than the other types, because we have suggestibility. But of course, I think I am an exceptional case because I use NI a lot. I do not presume many other ENTJs have such a high use of NI. But ENTJs, if you have problems with suggestibility, then the way to get out of it is to use TE. TE can help you get out of suggestibility. How? So there was once I followed my group of friends to the amusement park. We took a ride, and in this ride you will be thrown up into the air and then you'll be suspended horizontally for at least 5 seconds. So you'll be face down facing the ground. It's actually a very scary experience. But during the time, I told myself that this is safe. I have to tell myself, psych myself that okay, this is safe. This is just a ride. And my suggestibility is gone because logic sets in. So on its own, NI may not be very logical, even though it has a logical, predictable flow, although many people say that it's chaotic. But TE does really help in guiding NI. So I think that NI can be a very dangerous function because you can get lost in NI. So many actors and actresses, they got lost in their NI because they acted and they played their role so well that sometimes they can get depressed playing that role because they got immersed into that role. Sometimes when you are overly immersed in the role, you can't get yourself out of it. So definitely NI needs to pair with a good function. So TE and FE are supposed to be paired with NI. Use these supporting functions regardless of whether it's dominant or auxiliary. While suggestibility itself is not dangerous, sometimes NI users may be prone to danger because of suggestion. So while we can control ourselves from hurting others, sometimes if people just drop a hint or they prime you with a suggestion, you might end up doing something that you might not do because you are not that impulsive to start off with. So be careful of your suggestibility. So our channel is originally a psychology channel, but somehow we gravitated towards MBTI. So we really hope that you have liked this video as well. If you have found that our channel is producing videos that are very different from the other channels, do give us a like. If you have not subscribed, do consider subscribing so that we can bring you more MBTI fun stuff and psychology. Okay, I'm going to sign off now and I'll see you in my next episode. Goodbye!